is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's
What's
your
up,
boys from the
HTOWN?
Shock the World podcast. I'm your host, Harold Eason, in studio number 3 with...
Jameson Wadner.
Sleepy, no, not so sleepy. Well rested, Tim Hanna.
Yeah,
Sunburn.
I know. Sunburn.
Sunburn.
Well rested.
Exhausted. I mean, we were all there yesterday.
6 a.m.
Here we are on Sad Sunday.
Yeah.
After the L against our friends from Texas Tech. Speaking of which...
No.
No. I will say they appeared to really like our last podcast episode because we now have over 1,000 views.
First time.
on that
No,
first
second time.
video.
I'm sorry. Yeah, second time because your preview video.
Right, for our first regular video. So I'm stoked about that. It must have made its way to Raider Power or something like that.
Raider
Yeah.
Power.
But a lot of nice people on there for sure.
Met a lot of nice people this weekend. Can we just say that? So appreciate the engagement, appreciate the enthusiasm, if you want to call it. And if it looks like we're getting distracted by whatever is on the computer, it's probably because our Twitter has been exploding over the last 8 hours.
Somebody got triggered, and it was not the losing team.
No.
The triggering happened.
No, the
Yeah.
trolls came out.
The trolls.
woodworks.
Ironically,
But we know how that is.
not a whole lot of action during the week. But
No.
boy, oh boy, after Saturday,
boy.
whew, the floodgates opened starting yesterday. I mean, as soon as the clock struck 0.
I have to say, I give our fans a lot of appreciation besides like that one like Cougar King guy that ends up going onto every opposing person's forum and like talks mad shit to everybody. Our fans are really classy, I think, on Twitter. If they do throw something out, it's a kind of a little quick jab, but it's not like brutal. Like I can't count how many times I heard Coug High commuter school dirtbags. Like it was rough.
And I think the only things we say is sweet tortillas and Raider Rash.
Exactly.
That's about all we got.
Why get rid
Raider
of a
Rash.
bad tortilla when you can make a taco?
Yeah.
Houston, we make tacos.
Yeah.
So
We eating, fam. We eating in Houston.
clearly. So
I mean, we throw some shade every now and then, but we don't use the DB term.
no.
Yeah.
A lot. Like,
No.
apparently,
That got thrown
it's
around
a really
a lot.
popular word.
Yes.
In Lubbock.
I guess
I'm
so.
really upset. Not really that people think we're a bunch of douchebags. I'm just surprised they didn't get onto the shorty shorts train beforehand.
Yeah.
See, Jameson changed it up. He decided to wear
yeah,
pants.
sorry guys. Like,
Sorry.
I'm
showing
sticking.
a lot of
I'm sticking
thigh.
true to my short shorts.
Exactly.
I was showing a lot of thigh last time. I was like, oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Let's go back to some pants.
But yeah, so I mean, overall, the Cougs lose, and I think we can all agree it was a lot more disappointing than we were like ready for. Many could say that the score does not tell the tale of what the game actually sort of looked like.
No,
So
I don't think so.
overall, final score for the UH Tech game is Texas Tech 27, U of H 24 after subbing in Kyle Postema in the fourth quarter to help us rally. So overall, how's y'all's feelings? We all got up there early, I think 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning to go tailgate. Had a great tailgate. By the way, love the fan response of all you guys liking the fan cams. There's more to come. So
This week will be interesting, to say the
it
least.
will be
bit.
interesting. We're not
Say
going to
least
give up,
bit.
guys. And just to let y'all know, like, we could come out here and we could be, because we're a U of H podcast, we could come and say, we're going to be the sunshine pushers, keep on saying it's all good, it's all great, we love U of H, rah, rah, rah. And we do, but we got to be realistic and talk about our performance this past week.
Yeah.
And I think we can all agree that it was not what we expected and has continued to prove a couple of the problems that we've been mentioning before. And some surprises too. So we're going to go ahead. In the past, we've done the good, the bad, or done a preview of the offense, defense, and special teams. I think what we're going to start doing now is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. And especially on games like today, there was a lot of ugly and
There's
bad.
a lot of ugly.
So,
But there's some good.
Let's not
There's
beat
some
around the bush.
good.
there is.
There's some good.
Including the manners from Texas Tech fans at the stadium. Just horrendous. But let's start with the ugly.
That's another thing, dude.
That was just embarrassing, man.
What?
Like, I saw people our parents' age acting like 18-year-old drunk frat boys
No, they were.
and completely out of control.
My parents were sitting, across the way from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Tech sideline. They left and came on the other side because they couldn't handle adults.
Yeah,
exactly.
Acting and saying things that they were. But this is nothing new.
no.
Yes.
This is
No.
nothing.
Big 12 says the same thing about Texas Tech all the time. The unfortunate part is, I know even like we go to when we go away, I can't. The first thing in my mind is not to go rah and just be a complete asshole to the home fans. I'm sorry.
Depending on
Just
the
not.
amount of beers we have.
Like,
But it's the only thing
we can be some
held
real
on
dicks.
to.
Yeah.
It is.
Because they're like, we're just gonna bark a lot.
Yeah.
Because most of the time we lose a fight.
Well, and think
They
about
drink more than everybody else, so there's that.
well, and think
Probably
about
do more drugs than everybody else. There's that.
but think about their mentality too. They can't beat Texas for the most part. They
Correct.
can't beat A&M for the most part. They can't beat Baylor for the most recent history more often than not. They can't really beat TCU more recent history. So
They've been
the
an
next
afterthought since 2008.
right.
Correct.
So
And don't get me wrong. After this game, I hope Texas Tech goes and wins the Big 12. Don't think it's going to happen, but I hope it happens.
No.
Exactly.
So they have to take their joys where they can because
into
it may be a while before they win and really truly show how they're the good ones of the state of Texas.
I definitely agree. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess, with the ugly. So Nick Shimonek,
And I was wrong.
It's all good.
Shimonek,
you're good.
not Shimonek.
Ended up passing for 321 yards, lower than I would have expected for him. And ends up with 2 scores, and Texas Tech, ends up winning the game and ruins our 16
That's what I'm really upset about.
game home win streak, highest in
And
the
our streak
country,
against
And our-
and
yeah.
our streak against Power 5 teams. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Truthfully,
It's not going to be perfect.
Nick Shimonek might be a good quarterback, but
Sure.
I'm not out there going, "Oh my God, this is Pat Mahomes." He's a senior.
Sure.
He's not going to get drafted. I don't see it.
Shimonek couldn't wear Mahomes' jock strap.
No.
strap, bro.
No. And his and
Like,
what's
he's
funny,
nowhere close to his
and
level.
seeing his body language, like watching the recap, like he just
Yeah.
gets there, throws the pass, and kind of sits his arm down. And is like, "All right, that's it. Like that's all I'm doing."
Well, that's
Like he doesn't seem no. What I'm saying, he's not actively engaged.
I 100%
Like,
no.
I'm not that. Yes, he threw over 321 yards and
Definitely.
2 TDs. I get that, but I wasn't impressed. Like, I walking into this game, I wasn't like, holy crap, we got to watch out for this guy.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like another
Of course.
Tech
I mean, Tech's
quarterback that's going to chunk
Tech's
it
gonna
up.
do what they do. Tech's
He's
going to put up
nothing
crazy
that-
stats.
He's nothing like special like Mahomes. Like Mahomes is actually one of those system quarterbacks that was a lot better than just a system guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he probably will have a career
100%
similar
agree.
to like Case Keenum's in the NFL.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Keenum's been in for 7 years and has
Keenum
been
actually
doing.
played really well today too.
Yeah.
I didn't catch
By
that.
the way.
Yeah.
But like Shimonek is by far the typical definition of a system quarterback.
Yeah.
Nothing special. Here are the keys of the car. Don't wreck it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And that's what he did.
I agree.
Nothing special, nothing extraordinary, but
I mean,
it is what it
I
is.
think we were all pretty close when we predicted that they were going to score about 20-something points. I think I ended up doing 28. I think you did 21 and 27.
Yeah.
So you had it spot on. So clearly, one of the things that I wouldn't be thinking that we'd be talking about today is how well the Cougar defense played. But it doesn't matter how good your defense plays when you have 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that was
So I'm kind of happy about the fact that we had 5 turnovers and only lost by 3.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty shocking, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like our defense played really well, except for they gave up, a couple home run balls.
Yeah. 3 plays for 70-plus yards.
Yep. And that was really the turning point in the game.
Yeah, because they scored off of every single one of those
But
drives.
you know what? Playing against offense like that, it's going to happen. It's
Right.
going to happen. And I think our defense gave our offense plenty of chances to get back into the game and win,
Yeah.
especially in the first half. And our defense was on the field a lot in that first half.
I agree. And that's sort of a tale of the rest of the game. They were gassed.
I mean, they were put in a bad spot from the get-go.
So you know it was wild. If you look at the time of possession, 30-30.
Yeah,
30-30.
Half and half. We ended up
I
actually
would like
having.
to see. I wonder what it is
In the first half?
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's.
But we held them to like 83 yards in the first quarter.
I know.
Yeah.
The defense was doing pretty damn well.
I know.
Unfortunately, Kyle Allen, 24-39,
Yeah.
217 yards, 1 TD, 2 INTs, QBR of 22.9. pretty rough, and rushing wasn't good either. Houston ended up rushing for 31 attempts for a total of 110 yards, 3.5 yards per carry, and Duke Catalan unfortunately continues to unimpress me.
Yeah, it's more the running backs and the running game as a whole. We are consistently trying to force the ball
down the middle
and not go outside the tackles, run the A and B gaps, all that. There's no.
We did have some success though running the ball on that.
Yeah, we ran on the outside, but
I don't understand. It's this whole part of setting up the passing game by establishing the run. I get it.
But in this game, did we throw the ball down the field past 25 yards?
We're going to throw the ball down the field.
Why not? That's the question.
That is a great question.
How many we threw the ball downfield once? I believe it was either to Dunbar or Bonner, and they got a pass interference call.
Yes.
Correctly. That was one. Keith Corbin, Arizona. That's two.
Yeah.
Literally, there's two passes I can say, wow, we took shots.
Yeah.
When you've got a B-52 bomber, why don't you use it instead of the miniguns?
This is the point I'll get to later when it comes to quarterback situations. Most of these throws are not. They're average.
They're average.
Well, the very first throw to I don't know who we were throwing it to that Dakota Allen intercepted was at the 10-yard line.
That was Dakota Allen?
That was Dakota Allen.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
He was got his chance, and he's capitalizing.
No,
right
sort of
it happened. Yeah.
Watched it this morning with my own very eyes.
He's from Houston, too. Or Humble.
Yeah. Hey, don't hate on them Humble boys.
Agreed.
Oh, I do hate on the Humble boys.
Just get Keywood
Texas Tech
sucks.
fans is hating on Houston as the city, too, so in our comments.
But it honestly feels like, and anyone that plays Madden will get this, like the coach's suggestions, there's about 7 different plays you can choose from just right there. That just seems like our playbook for the entire game.
Kind of. It's the same thing over and over again. I do not understand.
They're different plays, but the scheme, it's very similar.
Sure.
Everything just looks similar.
Well, every single thing is a pass out to the sideline, out to the sideline, out to the sideline.
Side.
Run. Same thing. Either side of the field.
It's just
what is the point?
I think I was texting y'all.
Sure.
It's just very basic. It's not exciting. Major Applewhite promised us an exciting brand of football. I haven't seen it yet from the offensive
definitely
side.
Not. From the who would have thought that D'Onofrio it's boring.
It's terrible.
We mentioned this on the fan cam videos, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the most unimpressive offense that we've had since Travis Bush, since I started watching games in 2008.
That was more fun to watch. Greg.
It was.
Hey, no, don't forget about our boy Pylon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say John O'Gorn.
No.
Oh, no.
No, that was dude. That was dude from West Texas.
But it's just not good, and I do not understand.
The hell's Pylon's guy?
There's going to have to be some change. We did not see this offense from Brian Johnson when he was at Mississippi State. I do not understand. This is Major Applewhite. This is San Diego State.
Yeah.
This is Memphis all over again. And he's going to have to recognize that it's got to change, or we're going to lose a whole lot of games by 3 or 4, 6 points, because the defense is going to be able to hang out in there. And
I don't know for how long. I mean, y'all saw Ed Oliver had to get off the field for a little while.
I know.
I mean, that's asking you to put a lot of.
You can only stay out there so long when you're going third and out so much. Our third down completions are outrageous.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
I actually posted a question on Kook's House on Facebook last night.
We saw level of intoxication at the moment. At the time posting it.
Me?
I never see you post that long.
I don't ever post, but I thought it was a good question because I wanted.
It was
because people. I don't think it's fair, and I could be completely wrong. I don't think it's fair for people just to say Kyle Allen sucks.
Agree.
I don't think he sucks. I think the system that he's in and we put him in is just set up for failure. The thing is, Texas Tech was able to play a basic defense.
Oh yeah,
basic. You know how easy it is to sit there and just run zone coverage.
Yeah.
And when they're just going against 5-yard routes here and there,
it seems like we're very much trying to put a square peg in a round hole right
that's
now.
Exactly what I said to my dad earlier.
In one of his picks, he's like, "That we thought they're going to be a man coverage, and they happen to be in zone."
But see, that goes back on Kyle Allen. You have to be able to recognize
I agree,
that.
But the coaching staff didn't think so either.
Yeah.
The problem is I think he's trying too hard to force it. He's like, we got to get this thing going.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, he's just forcing things in there. No quarterback wants to play in this system.
Oh, no.
True quarterback. Like
No. And that's part of the reason why Kyle Postma rather ended up being successful at the end of the game. He had the ability to run because their defense was playing zone coverage.
Well, and they didn't prepare for Postma at all.
Backing up.
They were backing up. They were giving the softer underneath zones. But at the end of the day, I mean, it kind of goes back. You look at Applewhite with what he did even in the bowl game with Greg Ward. He made Greg Ward look like a shell of what he was earlier that year. And why was that? Well, it was the scheme of the offense he designed and the play calling.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the same thing, the same exact thing this year.
Two outstanding quarterbacks in theory and not really doing a whole lot with our offense. The bad, now that we've covered the ugly, Houston allowed Justin Stockton 10 attempts for 102 yards, Trey King 9 for 99, and Lil Kiki 11 receptions for 161 yards and 1 TD. I think that is a common theme. All of these guys on these big plays that they made led to a touchdown. It was very early in the drive too. I think every single one of those was within.
Oh yeah, every one of those. If you look at the scoring plays, it's within 3 plays that they scored.
Yes.
So they had it. They came out and ran a bunch of yards, and then they end up scoring on that drive.
Prime example: Trey King had a 79-yard run. He finished with 98 yards.
Yeah.
Kiki Kuti had a 77-yard touchdown pass.
Low Kiki.
161 yards. So he still had a good day. But Justin Stockton, 84-yard run and 102 yards. So if you limit those big plays, which is tough to do against a team like Texas Tech with an exploding offense, you can put yourself in a position to win. Unfortunately, that can't happen. You can't let 3 guys have 3 explosive plays.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, we made enough plays on defense to give ourselves a chance.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
This is all.
Clearly,
offense. This is offense.
This is
hands down.
This is scheme.
This is all an offense.
Hey,
period. This is scheme. It's not necessarily on the guys. You're gonna drop some passes.
I'm not saying players.
I know. I had a conversation with someone earlier, and I was like, "This is on the offense," and they just thought you were talking about the players, and I just wanted for the audience to know it's the scheme, and it's stupid, and it's not working.
I mean, people will say, "Well, the coaches didn't have the 5 turnovers,"
right?
But and Applewhite will say in his press conference, which he's very good about.
Sure.
Did I do everything? In my ability as a coach to set them up to succeed.
Exactly.
And I think as of right now, you have to say no for this game.
I 100% agree.
And I don't. Even Rice game in Arizona, we haven't looked good in 3 games. 4 games, you had the bowl game.
Yeah.
We haven't looked good on the
We've yet to see a complete game.
Even if U of H were to win this game, let's say one of the picks doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I believe it was right at the beginning of the second half. We get on the score.
Right.
Yep.
So you count that score. We end up winning this game by 3 points. I still don't feel comfortable because Texas defense is still not good, y'all.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
just
it's
still one of the
look
worst
like
in the
a world
country.
beater.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm with you.
And
We can be Debbie Downers all day. Do you have anything else you want to cover for the bad?
no.
So, well, let's talk about some good things.
Yes.
Wait, what about our scoring offense? That's pretty bad. Did we touch that?
Well, that can be like 6 half dozen of another. There's 120. There's 120 Division I teams, and we are.
When's the last time we were there?
2013.
It's pretty bad.
14.
12.
Pretty awful.
14 probably. No, it wouldn't
Good
be 13.
old Tony
12.
Levine.
Yeah.
12.
I don't want to go out there and say that Major Applewhite is underperforming, but I think we can see that both times that we have hired from within, it has not done so hot
it's too
for us.
early.
It's too early.
way
I'm
too
just
early.
mentioning
It's
it.
too early.
I'm just mentioning it.
Yeah.
Hey,
We did score in the
hold
second
on.
half, though, guys. That's a good
He
thing.
didn't lose to Texas State. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Let's
correct.
be real.
We didn't
So-
lose to Rice, so
Good thing is,
yeah.
all
That
the
happened.
on the good. Houston still leads the series, so we're 18 of 12 now. I think there's a tie in there somewhere, so the Tech fans can slow your roll.
We're 18 to 30. That's not too bad.
They have no idea about that.
No, they don't care.
Cougar High.
Yeah, Cougar High. Let me grab this tortilla and not eat it and throw it.
I did see one tortilla.
I did not see any.
I saw one.
I heard some
I
grumblings
want to know
there where
where
tortillas.
Where do you hide those tortillas?
I was telling somebody.
Honest?
I said, I'm going to tell every UHPD officer to see and security to pat down Tech fans and find contraband of tortillas that none can be thrown in our stadium.
I agree. So, other good things. We had, we didn't let them score for more than 7 points in each of the quarters, so that's pretty decent.
With that high-powered offense, that's impressive.
It is.
Arizona State couldn't do it.
Just to allow
Arizona State did.
Our defense is good. I was so worried, like I think we all mentioned that we were, about D'Onofrio's defense. All the Miami fans hated him, and it looks like we're sort of seeing a return of that Temple defense that he ran up there.
Well, I will tell you this.
So
I was looking through the defensive stats. Ed didn't have like the most dominating game. Now, granted, most of the time he's going to get double teamed more often than not.
He went to the locker room. So.
Yeah. He was gone for about half a quarter or something like that.
Yeah.
But, Miami fans did warn us. He's gonna trash Ed. I'm not saying Ed's trashed Ed or anything like that.
Sure.
But it wasn't a dominating performance outside of that one monstrous what was that tackle for loss?
Said what? They warned us about what?
They warned us about D'Onofrio. No D D'Onofrio.
Oh yeah.
How he's gonna waste his talent.
Our
so
D
far.
played pretty damn good yesterday.
I mean, that was the first thing that we were worried about for the Arizona game, and basically completely changed our time.
Worried about, hey, can we score?
Yeah.
Can we score?
Please?
We've got the tools.
I'll be honest. 10 points against Texas Tech at first half is pitiful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Pitiful.
This is the third worst defense before coming into this game. I don't even know how high they've gotten up. They're averaging.
Real Tech fans that aren't just delusional will tell you that they're not even there yet.
And we will show you.
Yeah.
Soon.
No, I don't want to.
What did y'all think about
that one will not be.
What did y'all think about the third down song? The new third down song? Hey, you like it?
I like it. I like commas better, but
it's different. Change it up.
Yeah,
Commas was
we got
cool
to.
3 years ago.
exactly. So,
That's true.
other nice things to see. Dunbar is now number 22 all time in receptions for University of Houston.
Number 22, not all time. He's number 22 all time.
Yeah, that's isn't that what I said?
I thought you said he's all time receptions.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, you said number 22.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Khalil Williams is 8th nationally, averaging 2 tackles per loss per game, which is pretty impressive, including this game. And Linnell Bonner's running in at 15th overall. These guys are proving that they can catch the ball.
15th in all-time
receptions. These guys are proving they can still catch the freaking ball. Let's just throw it somewhere else.
Well,
right? We need more speed at running back if we're going to play this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Dunbar and Bonner ain't outrunning anybody.
No.
On the field.
No.
The terrible thing is guess what we're gonna do when number 4 goes in motion?
Yep.
Sweep to King.
Yep.
Sweep, because he's got the speed.
Here he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a surprisingly. I mean, it was nice to have him back though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. On that one, we turned around each other at the game. That screen that De'Aaron King scored on the touchdown. He caught the ball. We set the screen, cut upfield, and got the touchdown.
Yep.
Fast.
Agree.
You know what I would love to see? I don't even know if we're there yet, but I'm just gonna say it anyways.
Sure.
Give me the boy, Bryson Smith.
Bryson Smith?
Oh my God, we're not there yet.
I know we're not, but in my mind, he's fast. You breed him in young. These aren't tough throws to make. We're not throwing the ball 30 yards down the field.
Right. You can run away from when the guys get past the offensive line.
Yeah.
Which
He's
is true.
faster. He's going to be faster.
I mean, Postema's awkward run is fast, but he's still good.
Yeah, he runs hunched over. He runs
Yeah.
like this.
But
he runs like
his
this.
arm-
The boy can still run. It's like
I don't know.
like this.
I like Postman though, but
I do like the Postman. He
I'm
played-
not
he played
willing.
Great.
I'm not willing to burn Bryson's red shirt for that, though.
I'm with you on that.
I'm not willing to burn it.
as
No,
of
no.
as of this juncture
oh, I'm not saying put him in. I'm just saying what I would. Oh yeah.
in a dream world.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go for it.
So
I know they're not going to, but
and we'll probably cover that for the next game. But overall, one of the biggest things everybody's going to be talking about after this game is going to be who is going to be our starting quarterback for our game against Temple. Now, good thing is we're playing Temple. We've got them pretty close to the bottom of our power rankings, so it's not that big of a worry. But it's still an away game, and our offense still can barely score. So,
I don't know.
can the defense hold up?
Okay, Temple will not have the athletes at Tech Head. We should be fine.
I agree.
We should be fine.
Yeah,
Like,
should be.
Temple, don't even
Yeah.
come on here and try to comment like these Tech fans. Like,
Sure.
just no.
Well, cool. Let's go ahead and jump into then our dudes of the day. We're going to try and cruise through these. Who do you guys have on offense?
Jay, take it away, man.
I'm going to go ahead and go for Dunbar. Average 13.8, 6 receptions for 83 yards. I think overall he was the most dominant guy on the field. Had percentage-wise, I think he maybe only missed like 1 catch or something like that, but he looked really, really good and, was our saving grace for a couple of different moments. So
I think
I'm glad to see De'Aaron King back in.
That's my dude of the day is De'Aaron King. He's back. He brought the speed back. I don't know what his stats were.
5 for 50 yards.
Okay,
so
that's
averaging
fine.
10 yards. Pretty good.
That's good
Yeah.
for his first game back against Tech.
Yep,
that's fine. That's my dude of the day.
Cool.
I'll go Major Applewhite. Great job.
Wow. Dude of the day.
Sarcasm.
About to say, come on.
I'll go with Postman.
Okay.
What was I? Was like,
I agree.
figured you go post.
Yeah, somebody was going to go him.
Maybe he came in and brought the spark that we needed.
Exactly.
And
And had it
Got
happened
us
to maybe
a loss by 3.
had
Got
a
us a loss by
chance
3.
to-
Come back. Maybe.
Maybe-
If there was more time on the clock, I think. Well, I think if Postman would have started the 4th quarter, we could have won this game.
I could see that.
That's my hot take. But
Potentially. I thought he brought a different spark and a level of not confidence, but something like, okay, when you go out there with a new quarterback at the helm,
Yeah.
he's showing that he does good. Leads you touchdown, you have a lot more confidence going
Yeah.
out there. His second go around as well. So
I know.
No, I totally agree.
who knows? It could have been if you brought him in for even a series or 2 earlier. It could be a different story.
Agreed. So next, let's go for defense. Who do you guys got?
I think Khalil Williams,
Cool.
So
2 tackles for loss.
Yep. Like
I
it.
was going to go with.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's the one that plays our nickelback, correct? Or he's gonna sometimes drop into. Is that Terrell Williams? I always get him backwards. I can't remember.
Terrell's. They're both.
Yeah.
Both safeties. They'll bring Khalil down towards.
Okay, he flip flops between rushing and dropping back as a hybrid linebacker, but also into pressure. I think that's my
To
my
point
deal there.
out, those are all solo tackles, by the way. 7 solo tackles with 2 of those for loss. So very
Nice.
impressive. Leading the team. Jay?
That's what I got.
So going for the same guy?
Yeah.
I'll go with you. Another honorable mention for me is going to be Matt Adams. Go figure. 15 tackles, 4 solo, 1.5 tackle for loss. So
I'll tell you what,
good for him.
as a middle linebacker, it's your job to gobble up runners and tacklers.
He's
Yep.
good, man.
There you go.
I think Matt Adams has a good chance of getting drafted.
You think so?
I think so.
I haven't looked it up, but
I don't. Okay, maybe not, but I think he's that good personally.
Yeah. I get it.
In my opinion, if Landon Roberts is getting drafted,
I
Matt
was about to say
Adams
the
is-
exact
isn't
same
Roberts
thing.
a little faster though?
a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But
Yeah.
Matt Adams a little bit bigger too.
Right.
Yeah. So on special teams, I'm going Lede. Lede has proven that he can freaking run the ball on kick returns. So I'm impressed by him. I don't unless you have somebody else. Dane Roy's still doing great,
I
but
thought Dane Roy had some good punts.
yep,
Caden Novikov.
long for 40, so it was a little. Long for 52.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, though,
boys got the
if,
boot.
if Dane would get his average up there closer to what his longest is, he'd be top in the nation. He's only like 60-ish or something like that for
I
punting.
agree.
I feel like when, I mean, this is just me
Sure.
from the old armchair. I feel like he's not extending enough to get that ball out there. I feel like he could boot the ball so much further if he wanted to. Now, granted, sometimes it's position battle.
Right.
You can't boot it as hard as you want to. Speaking of, it was a bullshit call by the referee when Grant Stewart jumped up and swatted the ball
Oh my God.
out of the end zone, and
was
they
stupid.
called it a touchback.
That was stupid.
That was bullshit.
That was so dumb.
Such bullshit.
That was terrible.
That's not the only call they did with that.
Yeah, there was a bunch of horseshit calls, but that's okay. Odds and ends.
I mean, I put this in here in the notes on the attendance.
Yeah.
The crowd looked good where the camera views, but the home side, I guess, wasn't nearly as packed.
Guys, I get it was hot. I get you want to go sit in
Yeah, it's true.
in the restroom.
No, there's a lot
sit
of people
in
in
the
the concourse.
Yeah,
in the
there was a lot of people in
concourse,
the
but
course.
It was hot though.
it did not look good.
People
I
aren't
understand,
worried about that.
but we still only got 36K for Texas Tech. This is a Big 12 team.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just people not sitting in their seats for TV.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying overall.
no. Well, that's
Well, tickets sold is what bothers me. Butts in the seats is in a whole other story.
Fine.
in 10 years from now, when we're looking back at realignment, they're gonna show this 36,000, not pictures.
Yeah, the tickets. I mean, I thought the prices. I thought the marketing was not good for the game.
It was awful.
I thought it was stupid.
I'm not trying to be uber critical, but I think U of H went for the money grab and they lost.
And they lost. They gambled on it and they failed.
And you know what sucks? It's only going to go down from here. Now that we lost this game, we're going to be able to spread out a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's on you
until we get, unless we continue to win and then we get, November and we're
doing pretty hot.
If we're still undefeated in conference play by November, God bless.
Yes, hopefully.
Then maybe we can win some of those people back.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately,
this
Major
town
Applewhite is...
Your fair weather fans
they love the winners, and that's it.
They love the winner. Once you lose...
I'll
see what else I'm doing that
it's
day.
the city,
I'll let you know.
It's the city of Houston. You have
clearly the winners are not at the Astros game because there's a lot of fans disguised as green-colored chairbacks. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes. So
they already won. It doesn't matter.
That and then
62 of those.
Yeah,
it's a lot different.
Yeah.
Another thing that I got to say is hats off to all those real classy, extra drunk Texas Tech fans.
I can't comment. I didn't run into any.
You made it completely unbearable to walk. We had to walk through campus on the way back to our tailgate because of how I thought we were about to get in a fight multiple times.
By the statue, the Yeoman statue,
just multiple times.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them hanging out right there. I just walked by them.
You just got to beeline them, dude.
It's just dirtbag behavior.
What do you get? Game's over. You won.
You did it, and you're here. You got to go back to work tomorrow or on Monday. Why are you going to be? I don't know. I don't understand.
A little bit of triggering, if y'all haven't noticed. A little bit of triggering.
He's triggered.
Anyway, next, we're going to go ahead and bring you guys our fan questions. Thank you to all the guys who went ahead and sent us in. Guys, girls, I'm not going to assume.
God.
Go ahead and do whatever you please. But
every political
exactly.
Every episode, a little political.
Indeed. So, going to go ahead and jump into these. First is going to be from CFB Addict Bannon 55. Part 1. Is our O-line really that bad?
No. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
What he's inferencing, it's not that bad.
We were able to run the football with some decent success against a Big 12 D-line.
Cool.
We were able to run outside the tackles. Not so much inside the tackles.
Part 2. This is a 3-part question. Have we seen the last of Kyle Allen?
No.
I completely
I
agree.
think it's very simple no.
No.
I think it would be premature to switch that quick.
Oh, exactly. They're going to still, this is unfortunately going to be a rough situation. Part 3, is our defense underrated? Definitely. I think everybody was so worried about D'Onofrio. Personally, I don't think he has the best composure in front of a camera. He's kind of a dweeb, but he's kicking ass, so I'll take it.
He'd kick all of our asses. He's a big dude.
He's a big dude. But our defense is doing well.
I don't think we'll face another
high octane.
I would say that what's left on the schedule, Memphis might have the only offense similar.
Sure.
They could
maybe even South Florida. They were able to put up.
Though. They're not going to go out there and throw the
sling it
on you.
And really nobody else in the AAC does it. Tulsa might, but they are showing they're living and dying by Chad.
Right. Indeed.
El Presidente.
Yeah. So we'll jump on to the next one. This is going to be from Celeste at Sassy Coog.
Sassy Coog.
Likes pretty much every one of our posts, so thank you. How can we get our fan base back on the right track and get our team fired up to let them know we're behind them and support them?
Well, I think
buy your tickets and show up to the game.
I think it's very simple. It's like Major says. It's a 24-hour rule. Yeah, you can sulk, you can be down.
Yeah,
but after today, it's focus on Temple. Let's go. You don't have any more time. Get over it. We lost.
Guys, we have to remember, even though it was an in-state rivalry, and we saw a ton of recruits there, and a ton of recruits, unfortunately, that left before the game ended.
They're big, by the way. They're very big, large humans.
Yes. But it's still an out-of-conference game. We still have not played a single conference game, and at the end of the day, we're here to go and win the conference championship. We're not in a P5 conference, unfortunately, in the moment. We're in a P6 conference, right? Which we saw all over the stadium. Very nice. But that's what we have to do over and over and over.
New Year's 6 spot is still achievable.
Exactly.
And I think
crazy as it sounds, it is.
And our fans need to come a little bit out of clouds, okay?
Yeah.
We're not Clemson, we're not Alabama, we're not teams like that.
No.
Our goal, our expectation should not be to win every single game and go undefeated and get the national championship or playoff. The goal should be to win conference and get into New Year's Six. Okay,
Guys,
well,
totally
take your goggles
disagree
off
with
just
you.
a little bit.
Totally disagree with you.
Come back to reality whenever you want to join me. I'm here.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
And like, unless you guys are an Alabama fan or you're maybe a Clemson fan, you're probably going to sit there and be upset on a Sunday after
Yeah.
a loss. This
1 to 3
season.
times a year.
Exactly.
Sometimes more.
It's gonna
sometimes
suck.
less.
But it's going to happen.
I hope is. Oh no.
And don't get
I
me
hear
wrong,
you.
I'm not saying we shouldn't try to win every single game. But if your expectation, I'm going to be only we've got to win every single game or I'm just going to lose it and jump off the ledge, maybe college football isn't for you.
Well,
Also,
seen it yesterday.
you need to watch Max.
yes. So,
Hey, I mean,
y'all were going
I don't
crazy.
think we weren't going crazy. It's the way
It is.
Yes.
we lost.
It is. We should have won the game. We beat ourselves,
Okay,
guys.
you know
We
what?
beat ourselves.
Screw these two. Both of them never played foosball.
Oh God!
So they don't
Always
know
the
what it's-
argument. I played
They don't
football.
know
I
what
played.
it's like.
Okay, because
Okay.
we've never played sports,
Here's the
never done
thing.
anything like that.
I'm okay with losing a game that we were just outplayed.
Outplayed. I agree.
Oklahoma beats us last year. I'm fine.
Sure.
One, because I don't mind Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I hate Tech. But two, seeing the way we the losing the way we did is what infuriates me.
I agree. I mean,
It's
we
not
beat
because we had
ourselves,
lack
guys.
Of talent. They beat us on talent or anything else. Coaching
Yep.
I agree.
and preparedness.
I agree.
I agree.
So, next question. We got 4 more of these, so let's try and cruise. Next is going to come.
football.
Yeah.
Played football. Sorry, guys. I have experience.
Believe it or
God.
not, I played basketball. You would have never guessed that.
I only bring that up
I know.
because I know you boys get triggered over it.
Hashtag triggered.
Especially Harold.
So, next, coming from
band on the side. I've been to all the games.
I have been a good football fan. Eric at eLove48. Question 1. This is a 3-parter as well. King or Postma? If nothing else, King or Postma?
Postma.
Postma? I'm going Postma too.
He's about in the quarterback situation.
Oh, Postman.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Part 2. What exactly are we trying to do when you're continuously trying to run the
Question of
ball
the day.
up the middle?
Establish the run to set
Oh my
up the
God.
pass.
Establish
Set up the 10-yard
Keep
pass.
the defense honest.
Yeah.
Because you don't want these boys just back there knowing you're throwing the rock every single play
Yeah.
and being lackadaisical. Then you need to keep them honest.
Because you could drop 8 in coverage if you wanted to.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, our run blocking is not that good. So next,
I
part
just don't
3.
understand how we have not fixed our line since 2015.
Oh,
I don't
It's
get
truthfully a lot of it's been due to recruiting, and this year we haven't recruited a whole lot of O-line as well.
Here's a better question. How, with quote unquote lesser talent, were we able to run the ball better underneath Kevin Sumlin?
We had some really dynamic running backs though too.
Oh, that was scheme
Mike
too,
Hayes
because
beast
you got to remember we were running it.
scheme.
We were throwing to set
Oh,
up the
yeah.
run on that one.
Sure.
It was the flip of that.
I think that's what we should
predominantly
be
it is.
doing right now, personally, because
We
I'm.
had some good linemen back then too, though.
Yeah.
we did. We had
We
some
had
good
we had
guys,
all
but,
conference guys.
overall, if you were to take stars into account, you could argue that we have quote unquote better talent right now.
Yeah.
That's all I'm throwing
Yeah.
out there.
We also
So
had some freak running backs too.
we did.
Charles Sims, he's in the
The boy
NFL
Michael
right now.
Hayes,
Mike
Anthony
Hayes was a
Allridge.
freak.
Bryce Bell.
Bryce Bell.
Correct.
That was a 3-headed monster.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and then last part, where is Wilder? He has an injury. Saw him walking on the sidelines.
I think it's a knee injury.
He
Don't-
had a knee brace on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know when he's going to be coming back, but I saw him on the sidelines. Next question is going to be from Rich Rouse at
Rich Ralph.
The Bows.
I think this is a incorrect at, but
no, that's it.
there's 2 of those from.
Oh,
the same-
might be.
You're good. We'll cut that out. Who is our best punt return man? Lede.
No, he's kick return.
Oh, sorry.
The only guy we have is predominantly is our guy from Texas State, something with an M. Can't remember his name. And I think this is coming from that punt return that we fumbled
Yes.
at the end of the game. That's
It
where
is.
this tweet is
Yeah.
stemming from.
Wilder was one.
Right.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we need him back.
Well, it's not we didn't need him back. It's
We need somebody who can
this kid has speed.
Sure.
He's
I just think it's more of on our punt return team that we're not setting the blocks and getting out in space like we need to because the kid's got speed.
Punt returns are the least of my worries right now.
Yeah. If we get an extra touchdown out of that, congratulations.
I
Just
hear
don't
you.
fumble.
Yes.
Yeah. So next question is going to be coming from GMS Edits. 2 questions in 2 consecutive episodes. What do you think this team needs to fix? There's a lot of issues. At this very moment,
Right now.
let's not address the defense because they're actually playing okay. Offense.
Fix. Offense.
Quick fix.
100. Oh, quick fix?
Yeah.
Scheme.
Okay.
Philosophy.
Okay.
What are the goals? I would love to see the game plan. I would love to see the game plan. What are their? I would love to be the fly on the wall
In the meeting room?
in the war room.
I think another thing too,
to see what their game plan is.
excitement. You know, the team looks good out there. They look hype. This is not the same
They don't have the juice.
crunk
Nah.
squad
They
that
tried
we used to
to.
have.
Herman brought the juice more. Our players looked like they were more into it. than
Right.
They do now.
But I
Like
think it's
now,
'cause they were
like, we
feared-
sling the water bottles.
I
we
think they
jump up and
feared
down,
their
which
lives.
which is different. Yeah, I think they were terrified.
They were terrified by him and Yancey McKnight. Literally.
I think so too.
And if you weren't
see,
getting
like-
crunk out there, you weren't doing what you should be doing, you were running,
see, like-
gassing, all that sort of stuff.
To me, Herman's like your dad that forces you to play football because you're going to play football because that's what kids do in Texas.
agree.
Sure.
Applewhite's like your cool uncle who'll throw a dip in with you and give you a beer in the side when your dad's not looking. Like you would think that with
That's
with,
very true, too.
With Major, he'd be more the player's coach, but there's
is,
just
but-
something not
There's
clicking.
a difference between being the player's coach and the player's friend, and I'm afraid there's too much of that going on.
Oh, I don't see Major being a friend.
I
The
don't see-
the
I don't
dude
see
is
too
too
much of
stoic to
that.
be a friend to
Yeah,
me.
we'll see.
I don't see that going on. I just think that Herman, whether players liked him or not, I just feel like during his press conferences and the way he can address a team will get them more amped up. There's a reason why we haven't seen any videos of any Major Applewhite pregame speeches. I'm sure. Like,
Unfortunately.
let's you know what I mean. Let's see what those sound like.
Yeah. Back
Let's
to the
get some
topic
on
at
video.
hand. I'm sorry. To me, what can we fix?
We'll close out after you're done.
I think it needs to fix at the quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's going to be Postma. I don't care if it's going to be Allen, but there needs to be a fix. We cannot win games throwing 2 interceptions
So you
again.
disagreed with what I said. Scheme.
It's
yeah.
scheme. Okay, I disagree.
I think
I'm with Jameson 100%.
I think it starts and ends
We're
with
all
quarterback.
in agreement.
I mean, overall, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Scheme.
Oh, okay. I'm incorrect then. So next is going to come
Can't
from
fix
Philip
scheme.
Lee. I can say it this time. Thank you, Philip.
Philip Lee.
Philip Lee. I hate to have Kyle Allen benched, but do you think he's over analyzing the opposing D and not playing his game? I think Jameson addressed this earlier about him forcing it.
Yeah.
He's-
I think Tim was the first. He just,
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
and Mitchell in our group chat.
Yeah.
He's forcing the issue.
Unfortunately,
On certain things.
I mean, it kind of sucks.
That first interception was
trying
just
too
bad.
hard.
You know, he comes from
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean, he comes from the
was the third
mentality
play
of
again?
trying to.
it was the third play. He looked right, turned left immediately, and was like, "I'm throwing to that guy."
Yeah.
And Dakota Allen's like, "No, you're not."
Unfortunately, yeah, I think
they're in zone coverage.
he's just trying to force it. He's trying to put the
'Cause
team on
it's-
his back. He's trying to be. You're right.
Run, pass.
Yeah.
Run, pass.
That's the problem.
We gotta get out. We gotta move on.
I know.
Yeah.
We got our last
already-
one here.
yeah.
Is going to be from Mandy Broughton. Are we overreacting? Also, is it just me or does Major sound like he has a long-term plan? Like dominate the world in 5 easy steps. # scary smart. When I do listen to him, I feel like I'm talking to a CEO. A lot of the meetings that I've been in, I hear, Major's clearly a very smart guy. He's no Mensa, but he's definitely more articulate than Tom Herman was. I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know, man.
I am worried.
Are we
I'm not.
overreacting?
It's overreacting. It's 3 games in.
I agree. But I
Okay.
think he needs to bring some more
Depends when you're
pizzazz.
overreacting. I'm not overreacting in regards to the season. No, we shouldn't be. 'Cause
Sure.
It's still early.
Yeah.
Overreacting, as in, is this what we're going to be dealing with on offense as long as you're here? Then I don't think it's overreacting at all because
I agree.
it terrifies me.
I think after this game, we're going to be seeing a lot more from Brian Johnson as far as his ability to play call plays. No?
all right.
You don't think so?
No, dude.
You don't
That's
think
the
they're going
thing,
to change
as
it
far as
up?
No, you have, unless you have a completely different quarterback change, then that's when you change offenses.
All right.
Yeah. I don't think we're doing that anytime soon.
No.
Overreacting.
All right. So that's it. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
for
thanks,
all your
guys. Appreciate
submissions.
it.
It's been a good one.
Does Major have a long-term plan?
Does
Yes.
Major have a long-term plan? Yes.
I think so.
I do not think.
Dude,
Major-
you can tell. I'll tell you this right now. I can tell he has a long-term plan. He's already got. We're already at a full class right now before the season started.
Yeah.
He's got
I
a
agree.
long-term plan.
I also will say Major Applewhite would not take this job with such a low salary as compared to he's getting paid less than Tom Herman. He's getting paid less than Tom Herman
so
did.
good.
When
Okay, you can't compare the two. You cannot compare the two. He's one of the highest AAC coaches.
But
Yeah.
most of he has specific stuff in his contract for the ability to stay long term, and I think he's willing to take that risk because he thinks he can come in. And I do think that. Major
Yeah,
Applewhite's
okay.
the
I see
kind
what
of
you're
guy-
saying. Yes,
I
he
do think
agreed
Major-
to the contract
Yeah.
because he was going to stay here for at least probably 3 years, at least.
Yeah, at least. So that's that.
Maybe he's our lifer.
We don't need a. I don't believe in lifers, but
Not anymore. It doesn't exist in
unless you're
college
Alabama.
either.
I don't believe in lifers. So next, we're gonna go ahead and recap the games from this last week. So our Thursday nighter, which is rough, number 21 USF, I believe, are number 4 in the power rankings this last week, stomps the boys at Temple 43-7.
They got
Not
mad at us. That's why they took it out on Temple. Sorry, Temple. Not sorry,
They
but
got what?
Sorry,
I said
not sorry.
they heard our podcast and we put them number 4, and they're like, "Oh, you boys playing? Boom."
Give him that bulletin board.
There you
material.
go.
You know,
that's what it is. It's our stupid douchebag faces on their bulletin in the locker
our
room.
stupid, we're such douchebags.
Such stupid douchebags.
Well,
But
according to Lubbock,
yes, and others. But
it's okay. I
um,
don't really care.
as much as I think USF played well, I think Temple is really bad. I think Temple is really bad, guys.
Temple's
think-
really bad.
I think Temple would have a tough time beating San Jose State, rather.
We're gonna.
what?
USF in a similar way.
Oh
They
yeah,
were similar
Temple versus
margin.
Yes,
San Jose.
100%.
We'll touch on this in the preview, but for those that aren't watching, Temple had brought in 3 quarterbacks and they threw 4 interceptions through that game.
Woof.
No touchdowns.
Cool. So next game, we're going to go ahead and talk about Tulane's win over Army. If I remember correctly, Army actually played Ohio State pretty well earlier this season.
In the very beginning.
In the very beginning.
Yeah,
Of
in the
course,
very beginning.
anybody can play in the very beginning, but still, Tulane wins 21-17.
Army now has 5 incompletions on the year. Count them 5. 5. They went 0 for 3 at this game.
Woof. So this is embarrassing.
But Tulane did score at the end of the game
Yeah.
Right.
to get the lead. Let's
Hey.
not.
Understood.
Hey,
Understood.
win's a win.
The Tulane
Win's a
train,
win.
Mitchell's up in back in Believeland, beating on the
Temple
Tulane
has been
drum.
playing the military schools pretty well, or Tulane has. So next game, the most embarrassing one I think of the week is a team that we thought was going to be really damn good in the very beginning of the year. Pretty good offense. A coach that's on the list of being, scooped up by a P5 team maybe.
I think that's kind of cooled down. a
Maybe
little
cooled
bit.
down
Yeah.
now, but Tulsa losing to New Mexico 13-16.
What did I
Hey,
tell you?
how did they only score 13 points?
I told you. 11 die by Chad President.
Yeah,
what was his stat line? 13 of 27 for 131 yards and 1 interception.
Pretty rough.
Told you they were going to live and die by Chad President.
I just don't understand how they could go into Stillwater,
Him and Brewer too.
play decent,
Yeah.
and then at home against
New Mexico, the Fighting Bob Davies, who run a triple option.
as time expires
Wolf.
to a field goal.
Yeah. So
So Tulsa, that game's making me feel
making me
little
feel a little
better
bit more comfortable. So next, one of the sleepers that I have for this year, UCF stomping Maryland.
You're so proud of yourself.
I know.
am, dude.
I'm
Here,
pulling them
there
for the
you
dark
go.
horse.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's
Your
okay.
little pat.
It's okay.
You want another pat?
One more.
Get out of my face. Not happening.
So
Sick.
You disgust me.
UCF stomping Maryland 38-10. So here's what I'm looking for is the little graph that says UCF beat Maryland, Maryland beat Texas, and then hopefully we beat UCF.
What do they call that?
Texas
It's
is
the theory of something.
Houston is greater than Texas. I hope this
To
happens.
give somewhat credit, Maryland is not the Maryland that beat Texas right now.
No.
And they have a different quarterback.
That's why.
Yeah. So they're not looking so
I mean-
hot.
But hey, that's another P6 win for the AAC.
It is.
Agreed.
Too
It's a
bad.
P6 win.
I'm not even gonna
So that leaves us with the next game on the schedule. Navy continuing to dominate 42-32 to Cincinnati. Honestly, they got another win. They did well. Cincinnati's not the Cincinnati that they used to be. We know that. But the fact that they put up 32 on Navy, I think, is actually kind of impressive.
The fact that they had 570 rushing yards.
That scares me. That scares me. That's a lot of rushing yards.
My God.
My God, mate.
Think about that.
That's a lot of rushing yards.
And with that,
I like our run defense.
Yeah, so that's good.
For the most part. Thanks to Nofrio. So next, SMU.
Oh, boy.
Stomping Arkansas State.
Well, I'm a little nervous for them to come here. This is now taking the cake of most nervous game.
Oh, yeah.
Over Memphis.
Yeah.
Is that our next?
Yes, that's our next home game. We find out tomorrow at 11 a.m. what time we play.
Smooth's our next home game in 2 weeks.
Please don't be another early game.
Yep.
I hate
It's
morning
going to be
games.
Is it Saturday or Thursday?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Oh, God. Put us on ESPN.
7 o'clock.
I'll take ESPN 47 as long as it's at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock,
I agree.
please.
Oh, God.
Give me a
I got up at 4:30.
I'm going to be amped for that because I want payback for last year.
Oh, yeah.
You better hope for more. You better pray.
I better pray
Lucky
that we
Rabbit's
score
foot.
Like 3 touchdowns.
I want
on
payback
defense.
for the peasant boots comments. Just saying. But
Still salty about his little boots.
Silty boys. So next, last game of the week is going to be Memphis over Southern Illinois. Not looking so hot in comparison. Still scoring well though. 44-31.
Southern Illinois.
The Salukis, the Fighting Salukis.
Yes.
The Salukis.
We lost one of the guys from Cougar Pride to up there. That's the only reason I know that.
Put it this way: they don't even have like a little on the scoreboard on ESPN.com. You can even click their name.
Yeah, they're an FCS team.
It's just FCS.
Yeah.
Like
That's not good.
31 points to FCS.
Yeah, there's one game we forgot because it finished not too long ago. ECU, the Fighting Pirates night at UConn.
The ship is rising up, mate.
And they won. They beat UConn 41-38.
Yeah.
UConn missed a field goal.
I'll tell you, and dude,
As time expired
I wasn't able to watch.
to give East Carolina.
it was not close towards the beginning, and they pulled away, but UConn came back.
Standard.
I tell you what, this is the pillow fight of the week, and it gave us a lot of juice, to say the least. Bit. I was watching it while I was putting the notes together.
Cool.
It was a entertaining game to watch in the last like 3 minutes. Whenever I was able to watch it.
The Fighting Randy Edsals are now 97-108 or 106 or something like that.
In his tenure.
And they brought him back.
Yeah,
I think it's time to fire him.
again.
Again.
It's his, what, 3rd or 4th game this year?
Yeah.
They're still rough. Cool. So let's go ahead and jump into our power rankings for the
You guys can probably guess where we're going to be going with these
We're
power
going to
rankings.
start at the bottom. So Sad Husky,
New leader at the
New
bottom.
leader.
new leader at the bottom.
East Carolina,
in 12th
congratulations.
place.
You're no longer last in the power ranking.
You know, I think what happened was there was a strong current at the bottom of the ocean and kind of just pushed them
the
away
ship up a
a
little
little bit.
They stabbed the Davy Jones's heart, and it made the pirate ship come up, and then he has to go back down.
Poseidon is
I think that's how Pirates of the Caribbean works. I think I'll have to ask my girlfriend.
Next, the Feisty Night Owls. Temple coming in at 10. Tulsa, now a team that we had in our top 5 very early in the season.
Yeah.
In 9th place. And then we actually have Tulane ahead of Tulsa, which I'm very surprised by. Tulane's playing okay ball.
I mean, you lose in New Mexico, then. Sorry, Mike.
It's a different talk.
And New Mexico runs a triple option. Tulane runs a spread option, so that kind of leads me to believe that they could handle them.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, they played the West, so they're going to play this year.
I like Tulane.
I do.
Kinda.
Can't wait to go there in 2 months.
I like
Agreed. So next we have 7, Cincinnati.
Fighting Benturongs, man.
The Benturongs.
And they were touting Fickle just as good as Herman. Oh, he's our guy.
No.
He's going to be so good.
No.
Terrible.
Not quite.
No.
He's terrible.
Next we have, unfortunately,
Took a tumble, mate.
Houston Cougars
We took a
sitting
tumble.
at 6. We're not sunshine pushers on this podcast.
No.
We're realistic based on the week. So remember, these podcasts are based on what happened this last week, not overall what you think is necessarily going to happen, but based on the games this last week.
Now, viewers at home, there was some serious debate if we were going to be at 6, and there was some initial pushback when we were all discussing it. It pained us all to get to 6.
I just didn't want to talk anymore.
Agreed.
I was done, but I mean, where else do you put us? It's only fair.
Well, to frame your mind, we started at the bottom, got to 6. I suggested it, and then we said, no. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Then we ended up with U of H at 6.
Exactly. So, unfortunately, but hey, this honestly, I'm really interested about this top half of the conference. The bottom half is kind of meh, but this top half is all.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? So, at 5 we've got SMU.
Oh God,
that high-powered offense is.
When was the last
legit.
time we ever put SMU ahead of us in the power rank?
I don't know, but
probably 2000.
They can score a lot of points, and we can't.
2012.
12.
Yeah.
12
was the worst.
12 was the year that they scored like 70 on us, right?
That was the worst
12 was the
UH
worst U of H season I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So ahead of SMU, we've got UCF at 4. Ahead of them, we've got Navy. Took a little bit of a step back. I really don't. I think Cincinnati is lucky to be at 7 right now. And Navy just didn't. I mean, despite their offense, how do you let your defense score that many points from Cincinnati? Next, our highest ranked team in the conference, USF, at 2.
Highest ranked.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you threw me off for a second. You said I thought you were talking about highest ranked.
No. Per the polls.
Sorry, I was like, no,
per the
there's actually
polls.
one more. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I'm impressed by the score, but I'm not impressed that it was against Temple. Sorry.
The thing is I feel like when they play, if they start slow and poorly, like they had the last 2 times I watched them.
Yeah.
With the penalties, when they play a good football team for the first time.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
Like you will.
It's gonna be rough.
In a hole you can't get out of.
You know, it's interesting though. The voters actually pushed them up in the AP poll this week, up 3 places to 18. So you have them and San Diego State right below them at 18 and 19. Kind of interesting.
San Diego State's below USF.
Yeah, right below 18 and 19.
I'm not a believer in USF. They're going to lose somewhere.
They will.
And
to who? That's.
Hopefully
these guys.
Hopefully
those
the good guys. And then last,
please, by all means, please.
Last we have Memphis. I think Memphis has still the most quality win of the entire group, and I think we can all agree didn't have the best performance this week.
So they still won by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but letting Southern Illinois score 31 points on you is.
I mean, let's look at the box score before we say that. I mean, it could have been like they scored 14 and 14 after they took all their starters out.
3s and 4s. Fair. Yeah. But that is it for our power rankings for this this past week. And I guess we'll go ahead and touch on our Big 5 games for this last week, and we'll try to really cut down. I know last time I went crazy and got all PAPN on you guys, if you guys follow that podcast. Godfrey and Connolly took me over. But we're going to cover
keep going.
these games. So TCU at 16 beating Oklahoma State.
Shocking.
Wow.
Shocking. That's a long. I mean,
this is a game.
That's what I was telling Timmy. I was like, man, that was
a sad day in y'all's household.
Yesterday.
Not we, but it was turned off in the 3rd quarter.
Okay.
It was the remote's about to go through the TV if you don't change this bleeping channel. So I was like, okay, we'll turn on Friends or something like that.
There you go. So next we have Stanford.
It's a rough day.
Rough boys Stanford coming in and beating UCLA 58 to 34.
Win this, my pick'em challenge.
They should have done it, and because I'm still not sold on Stanford. I think Stanford was basically playing for survival right now.
It took everything in me to watch this game. There's nothing else on TV at the time, and I was sunburnt, and
dead.
I was taking L's everywhere, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch UCLA hopefully beat Stanford.
Kind of makes Memphis's loss look a little less.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and this only hurts Jim Mora. Jim Mora Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Mora is gone. Mora and Kevin Sumlin are in this exact same situation, in my opinion.
I agree.
Next, we have Boise State losing to Virginia
Yeah, I think Boise's out of the New Year's Six conversation now.
Yeah,
I think
for this year.
Completely.
I think
And
they're out.
it's kind of weird. We've seen, I mean, obviously you've had people leave.
Completely out.
But this team has just kind of gone.
It's what people were expecting to happen to us.
The blue turf at Albertson Stadium is not looking
Albertsons,
so
I
hot.
missed that down here.
Sorry, I just had to throw out a shout out to moms.
Oh my God.
Next,
Shameless plugs.
Oklahoma
This game was surprising.
49.
I couldn't.
Baylor 41.
Obviously, I was Sleepy Boys,
It
but
was
I woke up. I was like,
close.
"Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, no, it was.
Baylor's
it was
a
close.
team that I guarantee you
Oh,
they had them hype as shit to
I
play
bet
this game.
I bet they could beat Texas.
Oh, Baylor?
Baylor.
Baylor beating Texas would be the best thing that I
Can
can ever
both teams
see.
lose? I'm just asking.
Well, Baylor's going to lose.
Baylor's already lost quite a bit. They're going to
Yeah.
continue to lose more. So
The reputation is
Texas.
seriously damaged.
Yeah.
So, and in this poll for this week, Oklahoma still sits at number 3. So, top 25 has changed a lot in the last couple of weeks. I don't know that we necessarily need to get into it, but those are the games I think for right now are the ones that affect us.
Yeah, those are our Fab Five of the week.
And San Diego State continues to be 4-0 and is going to be a problem for the American Athletic Conference.
Yeah.
Yep,
Overall.
it definitely is.
Yep.
So, I guess great recap. Thank you to all the
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
fans for the extra questions. Thanks to everybody for showing up the game. I know 11 o'clocks really do suck,
It's rough.
but
You know what? It's the nature of the
And that
beast.
sun,
It is.
man. God, dude,
It was bad.
That was just beating down on you all day.
It was
I was
rough.
done the rest of the day. Done.
I didn't get home till 2 o'clock last night. It was miserable.
That's your own fault.
Took all the
Yeah,
L's.
it's your own fault.
Yeah, don't feel bad for you.
I
But
cannot believe I slept 14 hours.
You slept for 14 hours?
14 hours. I think I went to bed at like 4:30ish, and I didn't wake up till this morning until like 7. And I was like,
Wow.
the bear has arisen. Let me check all the scores. Oh my God, Oklahoma State lost. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew we lost.
You knew you were going
That
to. You just
changes-
didn't know like what the final
Yeah.
severity of it was.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then I go through all the other games. I was like, ooh, Oklahoma
Oh.
Baylor?
Big 12 is going to look interesting this year at the very top of the heap. But
Yeah.
that being said, thank you guys for listening.
Yep.
Like, share, all the things, social media, subscribe,
Always subscribe.
do it all. Tell a friend.
We hit our goal, right?
Yeah, we hit our goal.
So you guys helped us hit our 100% goal.
guys.
So
Yeah.
we're super stoked about that. We do have a new goal though. So originally the YouTube rules to become a partner were to hit 100 subscribers, and then basically everybody and their mother started creating, I guess, fake Google accounts or something, and they were like, you need to go and hit 10,000 total views on your YouTube page. So if you guys can help us share the hype video to a buddy, you know, I would love for you to show one of these podcasts so they can get on the board. But if anything, just check out the video.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We're putting out 2 to 3 videos every single week. So keep that in mind. Tell a friend. Like the video if you like the video.
Yep.
I think
sure.
that's it.
That's it.
Awesome. Go Cougs.
Meow.
We're out.